Hi. Hi, good morning, everybody. So I'm just doing my example on something that I posted last week. It's a tweet it's a tweet that came out of Donald Trump's camp where it showed an unflattering picture of Heidi Cruz and Melania Trump. I have that tweet posted under this video so you can look over it and refresh your memory if you want. And diving into this assignment and talking about the three main analysts, audience analysts, which is demographic, psychological, and contextual, and also how it adapted or whether or not it failed. So in doing so, I had to do a little bit of research. So I looked at national polls from different media outlets, MSNBC News, Washington Post, New York Times. So what I found is that the majority of Trump supporters were basically poor, who are making less than $50,000, white, and they are male. There are some women, but he's been having trouble from the get-go with the female audience or voters, capturing their votes. But it's mainly concentrated on white males, and they're poor and uneducated. Now, the psychological on these people is that they feel that because of their income situation, that they're powerless because of the fact that, quote unquote, from Donald Trump, is immigrants threaten American customs and values. Another thing is they feel like they're voiceless. Again, here's one statement from a voter that said, quote unquote, people like me don't have any say about what the government does. So with this ingredient, 86.5% of them prefer Trump because of how Trump personifies himself on these issues. Meaning that because he is strong, and this is a quote from The Atlantic. So America is losing, Donald Trump is a winner, and if Trump becomes president, America will be a winner too. This great man theory of political change, however, strikes others as potentially dangerous. So this was in one of the articles. Also, in talking about the whole powerless situation, is that in terms of that quote about immigrants, there are statistics that does show that there is a relationship between that messages that he's spewing out there about some quote unquote like Mexican immigrants are raping women and doing drugs, selling drugs to America, and that's why we need this wall. It's resonating in the camps of the KKK, and again, that demographics is male whites, and usually they're poor and uneducated. So that is a psychological and the demographics. Now, the contextual of this, I didn't quite understand too much of it, but the thing that I got from this is that it's when this post was posted out. So this came out after the attacks on Belgium, where these terrorists pretty much blew up the airports and some train stations. And that was on the 22nd of March. And this post came out on the 23rd, right after. So it pretty much took the focus away from this horrific attack and recentered itself trying to recenter itself back on Donald Trump and shine the light and get that airtime, because a lot of his commercial ads is not real commercials ads that you would see with Bernie Sanders or typical politicians like Hillary Clinton, or in 2008 and 2012 with Barack Obama. His tactics in conserving his money is using media outlets and gaining attention through the media and news outlets by circulating these simplistic, childish, schoolyard ads, tweets to the public. And I'm speaking with the example that I'm talking about with the Heidi Cruz and Melania Trump. So, and the style of the presentation is pretty much what the audience expect. It's simple. It's a tweet. It shows a simple comparison between these two women with a snarky remark. But as I said before in last week, when looking into it, is that yes, it's an unflattering picture, and in comparison to Melania Trump, who was a model, Heidi Cruz is a well-educated Harvard grad and who's been working at Goldman Sachs and has been campaigning for her husband. So again, this is schoolyard childish tactics that only can be adapted to the audience who are uneducated. And okay, they must be poor. If you're uneducated, there's a correlation between education and salary, so that goes hand in hand. White, again, like statistics shows that this resonates with the KKK and it's been rising, so understandable. And so I think it was effective and it was relevant, I assume, because if you're looking at that type of ideology or their type of belief, is that they don't really care in the sense of this race situation. They don't care about any other race. So who cares about Belgium and foreign countries getting blown up and devastating consequences is happening around the world? They're only centered on them and themselves and how they want what they want and what they believe and what should happen for them. Again, it's a egocentric type of feeling. And again, let's see, I think that I pretty much covered that and the adaptations. So now in looking over on analyzing the audience of my project, so I want to steer away from that schoolyard, but still keeping it, because I want to hone in on different types of ethnicity out there, a wide range of people. So it's better to have different types of ads in there, and different types of knowledge base and attitudes and belief, because I want everybody to be able to relate to, but still focusing on trying to stop Trump's hate. And how to go about that, I will use some tactics like simple media images like that, child schoolyard bantering between two, basically saying my girl is prettier than yours, something simple. And then also more educated things like diving and focusing into something that is relevant, which is showing an expert point of view, which is, for example, like the Chris Matthews interview with Donald Trump. Chris Matthews pretty much put the questions out there, made sure that Donald Trump answers the questions, which Donald Trump did, which showed a lot to his character, which is he is uneducated and ill-equipped to be a president, to run this entire country. Anyways, so that's what I got, and I look forward to looking at everybody's video and seeing how you guys are approaching this. Okay, well, have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.